throw this bitch in park, I catch a CT. The homegirl ain't take her pistol case, she got a DP. Wipe the gang, I catch you in the county, you gotta see me. This 40 get the chewing through the gate, Ash up TG.
People that don't go fight prison, never will go fight prison, can never survive prison, or just don't know shit that's going on with prison these days. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about what a 50-50 yard is. A 50-50 yard is, let's say, it's probably 5% of real gangbangers and 95% of other motherfuckers. You got motherfuckers that don't want to gangbang there no more. They consider this dropouts, you hear me? They also got low points. You got motherfuckers that's, most of them, they're like sour milk. They scary as a motherfucker. You got them type of guys there also. And you got to remember, in a California prison, if you have low points, and your points ain't high enough to get to a 3 or 4 yard on neighborhood crip, your points is real low, that's where you go. You go there on hood, and guess what? If you a black like my motherfucking self, them politics of motherfuckers not going on a 50-50 don't apply 5 us, nigga. Still the same crip, still got the same eye busters, still the same hustle on neighborhood crip, and in the county jail, up 5 prison, still the same shit. It ain't never gonna change, hood. And it's just real. It's just how real life is, cuz. No custer shit. Sour milk, shut your custer ass up. You piece of shit. You know, you ain't left that calcany in the motherfucking wild, cuz. Take your ass back over there to Hoover Street with your homeboys, nigga. And leave me the fuck alone. You ain't even seen prison, C5. And guess what? Let's go ahead and keep it 55th Street. A lot of guys on neighborhood crip, whites and different people from black gangs do not survive long on prison yards. You hear me? On hustlers. But a 1 yard, you might have a chance until you start talking that high power tough shit. You is 5 real a custer, cuz. I would get a boxing match with you, but I would never want to put no type of money in yourself or any nigga from Hoover's pocket, nigga. On hood.
Hey, yo, what's happening, man? Welcome to another episode of Trade and War Stories. Live and direct with Ride for Respect. I am your host, Most the Great. And on today's topic, we are talking about selective politics, man. Go ahead and smash that like button while you at it. Crip Mac just gave his rendition of what a SNY yard is, or, excuse me, a 50-50 yard. To the untrained eye and to people who wouldn't live in a lifestyle, it matters to them none. But for the people who are interested in that, you know, it's just a crock of bullshit, man, if you ask me. The reason why I say it's BS is because the same people who say you shouldn't walk certain yards, or you have to do this, that, and the third to get off a yard, those are the same people who have homies on the streets, who have told, who have bad charges, who are S offenders, who are just in general bad people. But they want to point the finger at one of their homeboys, you know, who they may deem a bad person because they don't like him personally. Maybe he knocked one of them for the bitch, or maybe he's more popular than one of the other. So they'll try to politic on him and push the line on him and say, oh, you walked on this yard, or you did this, or you did this, that, and the third. A lot of the times, people may land on a yard who have a certain amount of points. It goes off of a point system. So the more heinous the crime, the more violent the crime, the higher your points will be. So if you have a higher amount of points, then you're going to go to a higher level where the criminality is different. It's more violent. If you have a lower amount of point, then you're going to go to a kickback prison, right? So you may go to a CMC where you can unlock and lock your door. If you can come and go as you please. They got ice cream. They have different amenities that other higher level prisons don't have. And a lot of people would deem those yards bad. Some people, certain people, you know, it's complex, man. I've never personally been to CMC. I had several homies who've been there, you know, and we don't, blacks, when I say we don't deem the CMC as a bad yard. Certain particular groups that are not black will label that yard as a bad yard, but it's pretty much a kickback yard. But if somebody was black to label that yard a bad yard, then if you were to ever, your points were ever to rise and you were to go to a higher level yard, then you will be politicked on because you stayed at that yard. And the reason being is because on those yards, you know, you got chomos, you got trannies, you got, when I say those yards, I mean the 50-50 yards, the SNY yards, the special sensitive needs yards. Those yards you programming with people who, if you were in the county jail and you PC'd up, and you got to a main line, people would want to holler at you about that because that's deemed bad from your neighborhood. And, you know, if other people from other neighborhoods see you doing that, you know, they got reason to speak on that. Like, oh man, your homeboy was over there with the trees nannies and, you know, the transmissions and the bad people, man, the snitches, the rats, you know, the busters, the chomos. When I say busters, not no disrespect to the northern structure, you know, but you know, you get my drift, man. If you're a people, man. But that's what I mean by people being selective politicking, man. And like D. Brave said, if your points are high and you were behaving and they finally got dropped down to where you can go to a yard where you could program at, you know, some of those yards is bad people on those yards, man, you know, but you're not trying to go stab nobody or beat nobody up to go back down to a violent ass yard where you could potentially lose your life or you had to take somebody else's life. You're going to kick it. You're going to kick it until you get out. You know what I'm saying? Most people, for the most part, you know, if you're not up under no paperwork, you know, but that's a whole nother story, man. But I'm just speaking on selective politics in general, man. There's a lot of selective politics going on, man. It's a lot of people who are bad in neighborhoods and they never get moved on because they may have a family member who's a high-ranking member in the set, been around for a long time, or maybe they got the bag, or maybe they got the peas now, or they got the dream nugs, you know what I'm saying? Everybody
Struggle got me stressing, going back and forth. Back and forth to court, really fall out for war. Black mama on the court, pull up the score. From the belly of the jungle, wanna take a tour? From the belly of the jungle, wanna take.
But hey, man, this is your host, Most the Great, Daily Dollar Short News, man. I did a video about selective politics on my other channel, which is called Most TV Reloaded. Y'all going over there to Most TV Reloaded, sub up, subscribe, like all the channels, man. This your host, Most the Great, Trading War Stories News Vlog. We out.
I throw this bitch in park, I catch a CT. The homegirl ain't take her pistol case, she got a DP. Wipe the gang, I catch you in the county, you gotta see me. This 40 get the 2 and through the gate. Ash up TG.